welcome back to Ironfang Invasion. This is episode 2. Wow, that was a lot of chaos right at the end there, wasn't it, Mattie? Who was with me?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hi.
it's so chaotic. How about that Aubrey in the green getting shot by a ballista bolt? Crazy. This episode followed straight after, and was equally as good. I'd say I really enjoyed this one.
Well, I think we find out what was causing everything to be so fiery.
Definitely.
We go on a light jog around the town, seeing some old friends of ours and some older friends of ours.
Yeah, you make it sound so
And
nice.
yeah, who knows what it could be nice, it could be bad.
Yeah, there might just be a stray ballista bolt. Who knows?
Yeah. It's a very common thing in Pathfinder.
It is. Everywhere they're appearing from.
Yeah.
Terrible.
We went around town collecting people and depositing them elsewhere.
Exactly. And that is basically the gist of this one.
I would say gorging, running, rescuers.
Yeah. And yeah, hopefully, at least some of you will enjoy this
Not
film.
you, Greg.
Greg, just stop it. You leave. Everyone else, enjoy. And so you all leave the Taproot Inn. There are town guards fending off to the best of their abilities, these hordes of hobgoblins, and just people getting cut down left, right, and centre. There's so much chaos that you're basically able to go somewhat unnoticed if you keep moving. The refugees that have been gathered sort of use this to their advantage and head straight across the bridge, which is this is D. The bridge is E, which is literally to the northeast of where you are now. It's the closest thing to you. There's the Market Green, like you said, that's in the centre. There's a temple to your sort of south west. There is the Fangwood Trading Company to the south, and Orel's Fine Goods to the southeast. Which would you like to go to first?
Kargan is gonna immediately remember that Kinning was still out of the forge when he'd last seen her.
Yeah.
And make a charge straight towards the trading company.
Perfect. So, like,
Does
does everyone accompany Kargan?
Yep.
Good.
I was going to see if we could also stop by the temple, but we can do that afterwards.
Yeah. Everyone can have a hero point, by the way. Again, because you've all been quite heroic. It's quite a scene with the centaur sort of running with the Russell atop his back. This horrible.
Am I able to pick up Am I able to pick up Kargan?
Kargan can ride you, yeah, because you're one size bigger. So
Kargan refuses to be picked up.
So
I wouldn't want to be touched by that.
That's fair enough.
It's a matter of principle. He's a little bit shorter than most regular men, so he finds it insulting.
So yeah, it's this horrible, like, creepy creature running across this green. A centaur with a rat folk riding it, and a dwarf that's sort of lagging behind a bit, but keeping up. Like,
Skafer just shrugs and gets on his all fours and just sprints off. Essentially,
ungainly bounding across the street.
Erastus is holding on to one of Russell's legs as they're sort of wrapped around his neck, giving him almost a piggyback. Because if he went on his back, then he'd immediately fall off because it's too big and there's no sort of saddle on it.
Yeah, perfect. So you make your way over. You can each have another hero point too, because I'm feeling generous, and also last time it was hard.
Oh yeah, Max.
I'm Max.
I have Max as well.
See, you should have been using them up.
I can't use them up on not getting killed.
You make your way over to the Fangwood Trading Company, which is a small sort of like trading outpost that deals with lumber and livestock. You immediately see in like the pen there are 2 dead horses surrounding like the trading yard, and sort of banging on the door are a myriad of sort of half injured enemies, a hobgoblin, 2 orcs. The trading company itself, the smithy's double doors are completely open, revealing a large, still glowing forge within, 2 slaughtered goats and dead horses fill an adjacent animal pen. Many fresh scratches and dents mar the trading post's heavy wood door, and a chair leg juts through one broken window. There are small flames that lick at the thatched rooftop where a red-hot iron is being tossed by one of these 3 cruel beings. At this point, the thatched roof is catching fire.
I'm going to. How big is Russell compared to me?
Ooh,
Like,
he's,
could I pick
he's
him
not
up in
very
one
big.
hand?
Definitely, probably not. No.
Okay, then I'll actually no, because he's riding on my back anyway. So I'm going to sort of reach behind my head and pluck him, and then I'm going to throw him in the direction of these orcs and hobgoblin.
Can we roll initiative as they sort of see and turn their heads and see you? Russell, it's just you now who needs to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Perfect. An orc has rolled a 23.
Dear.
Next is Kargan. Next is Skilfin. Next is another orc and the hobgoblin. Then Thrastus. Then Russell. Bam. Just getting things here. Don't worry about that. This orc immediately takes out, already has a javelin in its hand, throws it straight at Skilfin. Just as instinct, biggest target that's closest to him.
It's great being small.
It completely whizzes past Skilfin. The orc steps and, with its dagger, stabs at little Russell.
See, I think they're terrified of me.
Yeah. Russell who deflects this dagger with ease. Kargan, you can see these bastards attacking Russell.
So Kargan is going to step here, and then he's going to ready his crossbow to shoot at the nearest goblin.
Nice. See what that nice 19. That's
Ooh.
a crit.
Yes.
Critical hit.
And these fellas are already quite badly wounded too. They've been clearly fought off. What's it look like killing this orcish bastard?
Well, after him missing both attempts at an attack, Kargan just steps forward and nonchalantly shoots him immediately through the head.
Perfect. Collapses to the ground.
And then he takes another bolt out and reloads it.
Lovely. Skilfin, it is you next.
I am going to bound on forwards over here.
Perfect. This fella is the hobgoblin with his sword out is gonna stab towards you, sort of slash you as you walk past him. That's a natural 20. Oh, what? Minimum damage though.
Fast today.
Minimum damage.
Okay, cool.
There you go. 4 points of damage.
Does take away my temp HP though, which is a shame. I am going to bite down on this orc.
Lovely, that's a hit.
It's a hit. Takes 13 points of damage.
Nice. This orc. What's it look like killing him?
He is just completely devoured by Skiofen.
Nice.
And seemingly in just full in one, just into the gob.
Just lovely. Perfect.
Yeah.
And you've still got one more action.
I do.
Crazy.
I'm gonna try and grapple this guy.
Nice. Give me an athletics check then, please. The grappler is an athletics against fortitude DC, I believe. And that is a success. That's a critical success. This guy is restrained.
Cool.
He actually can't even do anything apart from the escape
action.
And that is what he's going to do. So he's going to do an athletics check against the DC that got him, which is yours.
24?
No.
Or
so
is it my fortitude? Or
it'd be 10 plus your athletic. So it'd be 17.
10 plus that.
And he has failed that by rolling a 14. He's going to roll again at a -5. That's a 1. And finally at -10. 13, which, altogether, which is a shame. That guy, well, for me, for you, it's actually quite good.
Yeah.
That guy's completely restrained. He's not budging. Thrastus.
I am going to stride my full speed of 30 feet up towards this hobgoblin who's currently restrained, and then I'm going to try and pile my halberd right into his chest.
Perfect.
I have to draw my halberd. I'll draw it in 2 hands.
Oh, we could say you probably had it
then
out whilst you were running across that field. I imagine you're all sort of ready for combat at this point. Critical hit, nice.
Oh yeah.
Way. Yeah. And I will. How much damage does that?
What's it like killing this fella?
So the sound of thundering hooves echoes across the cobble streets as Thrastus effectively does with a run up spears this hobgoblin who's very conveniently being held out right in front of Gyoffin, I effectively just skewer him on my halberd, and then I'll sort of shame off slightly awkwardly.
Perfect.
Now, after my
Cool.
dramatic moment has ended.
Lovely.
I would then like to leap and strike his dead corpse with my massive sword and claim yet another
Of
foe
course.
slain.
At this point, the fire on the roof, the thatch roof, is spreading.
Can I climb up there and try to grab the? I mean, obviously it's already started, but the hot poker that started the fire, can I at least get that? From
you climb up and take that hot poker off, and I imagine you just throw it down to the ground. Which is also like covered
I'm
lightly
going
in
to-
snow, so it's like it extinguishes immediately.
Kargan is immediately gonna start running around, shouting his friend, Kinning.
You
Kinning!
won't be able to go in. The doors are barred, so you sort of try the doors; they're completely sort of locked. I think there's so much clamor of battle and sounds, you know, like of screams and stuff. Maybe it's a bit hard to.
I
have a solution for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to hop up onto Kurgan's shoulder. What's the name? The thing?
Kinning.
Who do you seek?
Kinning.
Okay, I'm going to cast Bullhorn.
Nice.
Oh god.
Perfect. And as the fire spreads and cinders fall down, and finally the incredibly amplified, loud voice shouts, "Kinning!" The doors
right
open.
in your ear as well.
The doors open to reveal the inside of Ferndar Trading Company in Kinning with about 7 other refugees. And she says, Kargan, thank God you showed up. There are these people. What's happening? Where have they come from? There's so
I'm
many.
gonna turn on your shoulder and point. Is it
I'm just gonna turn to him and be like, Kinning, there's no time. You must make for the bridge in the forest.
The bridge. Okay, we'll go. Come on, let's go. And she sort of
meet the other survivors.
Yeah, she sort of leads these survivors over to the bridge, leaving you to potentially loot her shop if you like.
I'm gonna try and pick up anything that,
Perfect.
like any armor or.
So I'll tell you what is obviously sort of laid about. So there's a long sword. There is there are 2 battle axes. There is a rapier. There is a backpack. That rapier is silver, by the way. There's a backpack with like a climber's kit in it, climbing kit in it. I should say. There is also a buckler. Everyone, give me a secret perception check as you are in this room. It's just a small sort of interior that's dominated by sacks.
Can I use my my good sense of smell for this?
Sure. No, actually, that doesn't make sense.
No. Okay. I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for. So.
Yeah.
I'll have a climbing kit if that helps.
Thrastus, you see a floorboard that seems a bit suspicious and loose. Maybe you should investigate that.
Yeah. I'll use the butt of my halberd because I can't really reach that far down on the ground. And sort of pry it open with the butt of my halberd.
Perfect. What was the armor you wanted before again, but couldn't afford?
Leather lamella.
There is a large one down there. One that would fit you. Sort of, you know, she's clearly made it for like to order for someone else. But it seems just about your size.
Sensing the opportunity for loot, I'd immediately try to climb into said lamellae, and then quite frustratingly cast it aside when it's apparently too big.
Russell, as you sort of climb into the armor, you like feel at your feet something's poking you, and it's a golden garnet ring that you can take that was in the bottom of the box.
I'm probably going to leave the burning building.
Yeah, that's true. The ceiling of this is burning. I assume you're going in the forge.
Yeah. Did we check the little room off to the side?
I don't think anyone did check that room. No.
Well, I want to check in there, and it looks interesting.
Okay, cool.
I'll keep an eye on the roof.
Yeah. It is now starting to burn up quite a lot. Give me a secret perception check, Russell.
Ooh, I'm assuming no nose.
No nose. No. You can't really seem to find anything. Now give me a reflex save, please, as a beam that is fiery sort of falls like through the roof. And
the consequences of my actions.
Near the square that you're in. Oh,
okay.
That's definitely a failure.
This is why we have hero points.
Yes, it is. and that being a 7.
Amazing.
It's also.
This is why we have hero points.
All right, that's a success. You narrowly avoid getting trapped by this burning beam, and you sort of tumble over here, and this entire little room collapses. Perfect.
Are we gonna carry on looting, or just go towards?
The
I haven't learned my lesson.
The roof of the forge is like not particularly on fire yet.
Okay.
It's managed to avoid it so far. The forge itself. Go on.
Straw roof with a forge is asking for trouble.
Exactly. This is a centuries old forge, though. It's got ample space for working iron and steel. There is a single hobgoblin that lies dead in the middle of the floor.
I will go over to the body and just release some spores into it.
Give me a secret perception check while you do that. So you're over here.
Okay.
There is some sort of spirit living in this, like in the stones of the floor around here. You just sense it as you depart the spores.
I'm just gonna back up, turn to Kargan. Let's leave.
Perfect. As you say that, from above, in like the loft of this forge, you hear, "Are you leaving? Why are you leaving too?" And someone says, "Shut up."
Will call
Is somebody up there?
Yeah, you
Hello?
look up to the beams, and a woman's head pokes out. She says, "We don't want any trouble. We just found ourselves in here." It's a half elf. She says, "I'm Lirosa, and this is my brother Tydel. We just want to get to safety, and we
come down, you stupid elves!
But we're waiting to hunt some.
The roof is on fire."
But we're waiting to. Oh, that is a good point. And they both hop down. So I guess we'll. The fella says, "I guess we'll have to find some other place to hunt these hobgoblins and the greenskins." And the woman agrees. She says, "Where are you two off to? Where are you four off to?" Well,
we're looking for survivors.
Indeed. You said you were hunting these greenskins. Where have you followed them from?
Oh, we just found them. They were just all over the place. So we decided to perch ourselves up here, and she points to the guy on the ground. This fella came in, and I shot an arrow at him in his leg, and he dropped dead. So I think we've got the capability to kill these horrible greeny threats.
Erastus will look to them, nod sort of knowingly, and say, "Thank you for being useless," and turns around and goes towards the temple.
Great. They both look at Kargan and say, "Well, we'll see you in the woods, I suppose. Is that where you're going? We got some more killing to do."
I turn to them and I begrudgingly, after seeing there were elves, tell them that the survivors are heading towards the bridge.
No, we can take them. The guy says, "We can take them all. I think we could do it. We can take a few down."
Just you two?
Yeah, we can do it, right? We're a brother and sister duo. We can, we already killed that one.
Feel free to, you crazy, stupid elves.
Oh yeah, and they start running out past you, and letting off arrows left, right, and center. They barely lead anywhere, basically. Sort of, it's like kids, going around and playing army soldiers or whatever. They don't know what's going on. Okay, Thrastus is heading towards the temple. I imagine you're all going with Thrastus now to the temple. Cool.
Yep.
So the temple is not too far off from the trading company. It's just like to the northwest of it now. So it's a quick sort of wander down the road, and you essentially get there. It is to see. A wooden deck surrounds the front of an octagonal structure with broad archways leading into a place of worship. To the left stands a moss-encrusted stone monument. Carved birds, branches, and fruit decorate the wooden supports of the temple's entryway, and a dead villager is curled up on the wooden deck before the temple.
Is this a temple to a specific deity, or is it just a general?
You can give me a recall, knowledge, religion if you want to sort of identify which one it's to. It shouldn't be too hard. No, but that's not going to do it. 5 won't do it. I'm thinking like a 10. Yeah, anyone can recall, knowledge, religion. People. Yeah, 6 is
it's a religion check.
It's just a religion check. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Kargan knows his gods. Kargan, you can identify this as a temple to Cerebra, probably because you would at least be acknowledged. Well, you've been here, yeah, and you also acknowledge Cerebra's importance to people who live in the woods and natural areas. Cerebro is the god,
Erastus,
technically, of freedom.
Presumably didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's also like
Erastus
it's
presumably
also
didn't know
nature.
about manage.
Yeah. And yeah, there's a dead villager who is curled up on the wooden deck just before it.
Can I try the doors?
Yeah, they open, and you see a couple of greenskins in there. There's a fella who, as soon as you walk in, he looses an arrow towards you, Kargan. He's had this sort of prepared, so he fires that off, and it just whizzes past you. Can you all give me an initiative roll again, please?
11.
23
right.
from Skilfin.
Oof.
29 from the big orc that is behind, and so he shall start.
Fucking charging down that orc.
He has a javelin. He's going to throw it at Kargan. So it sort of whizzes over these benches straight into Kargan for 5 points of damage. He will draw a great club and move down here. Skilfin.
Yeah, such room in this.
And this is the thing.
area.
Bear in mind, you can't end in anyone else's space.
Yeah,
So it's you're either gonna have to tumble through or think of something else.
You might just knock over
that
the
works.
bench.
You can bypass him, yeah, and
Mm.
hold on to the bench.
Yeah, I can just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you pass him, he takes a swing.
Agents of
that.
destruction.
He takes a
Yeah.
swing with his great club. Yeah, I like to think as soon as your leg goes on this bench, it just shatters. This fella sort of bats you for 5 points of damage as you pass.
Thank God I get 10
Oh, good.
HP at the start of each
Yes,
combat,
yes.
otherwise it would
Open him
be...
up for me.
Alright, let's go for an antler strike to begin
Lovely.
with.
That is a miss.
Yep, re-rolling it
Ooh.
with a hero point.
That is a hit. Lovely.
Alright,
Hero point well used. 14. That is
14
such-
points of damage.
Yeah, you like
Yeah.
proper gore him. He already looks quite bad.
The thing with my Rotten Rage is that at the end of each of my turns, I do lose a hit point.
I see.
So it's
That's
more
the
damage
trade-off.
for more dam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the intro. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and grapple him.
Perfect. Athletics check, please. This is
Yep.
DC 15. That's a success. Not critical,
with-
so he is grabbed.
Yeah.
Oh, and that should be -5.
It's what, -5.
So
That
that'd
goes
be
to
16.
16.
So it's still a success.
So still a success.
Lovely. So he's grabbed. Bam. Next is this
That is my
guy
turn.
who has a bow out. He has 2 actions. He's going to spend 1 move in there, and his second, he moves back towards the altar, which is further away from the door, and more importantly, further away from Skjolfin. And he takes a shot with his short bow at Skjolfin, which just, I imagine it does hit Skjolfin, but it bounces off like an antler or something.
Yeah, hits, and then just the flesh is continuing to rot away.
Thrastus, it's your turn.
All right, I am going to do a sudden charge,
Nice.
which is
Otherwise there's gonna be nowhere to stand.
stride twice.
Yep.
That's why I stride. I don't really need to stride twice. I can stride 1 1/3 times.
Would have to tumble through this guy, I believe.
I think you could
even
you
within-
could
Can I-
do it like you could go like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or you could change the route.
Hang on, I'll go back
Oh
to
yeah,
where
you
I
got
was.
60 feet maximum of movement.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, that'll definitely be fine. Actually, if you just go around,
So-
Yeah.
breaking the rest of these benches.
Knocking aside pews.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, all of these benches
As
on the
I-
right hand side completely broken.
Perfect. And then if I end that in range of in melee range of someone, I can get to
Mhm.
make a melee check against them. I could technically do it against either of these because I have
Yeah, yeah.
reach, but I'm going to do it against him,
Against
the bow
Little archery.
wielding hobgoblin.
Perfect.
Cool.
Almost a natural 20.
What?
Oh wow!
No, it was almost a natural
Oh, I thought
20
you said
for me
it
on my
was.
screen.
It was. Yeah, same.
No.
But
I'm
that was a
going to
2,
use one
that
of
was a
my hero
miss.
points to re-roll that because
That is a hit.
hey, that's better.
Perfect.
Just I'll
Oh, minimum
Oh,
damage.
for minimum damage.
You take off probably a couple of fingers of this guy, and he starts to let out this horrible gurgly scream. You have 1 more action.
I do have 1 more action.
Oh yeah, some
I'm going to
charges.
use that to make a second strike.
Lovely.
Against him with my multiple attack penalty. See how this goes.
Oh, that would be a miss.
Never mind.
All right. Yes. So I like to
bring down my I sort of bring down the blade end of my halberd, and then I try and follow it up with a strike with the other end, but he ducks out of the way.
Yeah. Perfect. Kargan, you next.
Kargan is going to see this massive orc just in front of him.
Yeah.
And after having the two massive creatures charge past him, he's gonna actually take a couple steps backwards.
Okay, cool. So you step off of the deck.
Yeah, and then he will shoot at the orc with his crossbow.
Nice.
Oh,
natural 20 again.
Let's go.
Great. Let's see what that damage is.
Does Kurt bestowed your luck?
Clearly.
There's always one.
Never mind. Minimum damage. You can reroll it with the hero point. Yeah, you can reroll damage. I don't mind.
There's nothing worse than getting a crit and rolling minimum damage.
Yeah, press crit again, critical damage, and then manually remove it.
That's better.
That's better.
It's better.
It lands in his kneecap, splintering the bone completely everywhere, and sent like this guy's in even more pain now. He's barely clinging to life. You've got one more action. I
am going to reload my crossbow.
Okay, cool. Russell.
Time for me to claim victory.
Honestly, dude, he's about to have us go, and I don't want him to attack me.
I'm gonna screw along here. Can I get under the bench and like cut his knees off?
Yeah, sure.
Cool, sweet.
Which saw his Achilles heel. That's what.
Yeah. Okay. Scurry under there.
Scurry under the pen.
And then I'm going to do a spell strike.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Which means I need to cast a spell and then stab him.
All right.
But I'll stab him first because if I miss, then it doesn't do anything. Stab. My God.
Natural one. Another one for you today.
Yeah, I think this always happens. Someone else rolls really high, and I roll really low to compensate for it.
You like the luck dump, or bad luck lightning rod or some shit.
Yeah. Well, literally, I'm an electrified rat.
Yeah. And you don't even have any hero points.
No,
because every time I re-roll, I have to re-roll twice.
Yeah. Oh well. The orc goes next. And he's going to attempt to escape. So this is an athletics check against your athletics DC. He rolled a 9.
17.
That's definitely not doing it. He's going to go again. This is at a -5. And he's going to go one. He's not going to go again. He's going to roll the fat check to try and attack you. He can attack you. This is at a -10 with his great club. He misses critically.
Amazing.
Scoping. This guy is
not just
struggling.
I'm gonna bite down on his head.
Nice.
Gonna re-roll it with a hero point.
You're hit critically. Yeah.
Let's see how much damage this will do.
How much? How does he die? What's
28 points of damage.
What's this look
I think it's not really the jaws, but Skirfin's chest completely opens up and just like engulfs the orc inside.
Oh God! All right.
You're a horrible thing, aren't you?
Lovely.
I am.
And you've got 2 more actions, which is great.
I am going to sudden charge.
Oh Christ! Barreling over here.
Yep.
In a roundabout way too, like proper, good.
And he's off guard as well.
Engulfs a man and fucking goes for a light jog. Whilst he's digesting.
Oh, no. I fully engulf him, and then as he is still being brought into my chest cavity, I get on all fours and just start bounding across the benches.
He leaves a trail of blood as you can see his legs being dragged like around.
There's just a foot stuck out the bottom.
Like, as I approach the wall, I jump onto it and bounce off, using it to carry my momentum.
Oh, Mattie, making me want to draw, but I have rubber.
And you make a Jaws.
That's
attack.
Jaws attack 5. Yeah.
Nope. So this guy is nimble. He's nimble, all right, and he's gonna run away over this way. He's gonna try to run over to the window to get a better vantage point. He's gonna take a shot at Skillfin then, which is fair enough. He's just killed. Skillfin just killed his boss. Natural one. He's gonna take another shot at Skillfin, which is a hit, only just for 0 points.
0 damage.
Because his damage is 1d6 -2. So the arrow just breaks. It is you.
Oh, that's a bit rude. It is me. What I'm going to do is do a little trot over to Goblin Archer. How is he looking, by the way? Is he
quite
healthy?
badly hurt. He has a quarter, like 3/4 of his fingers left, and his hand is all sort of mangled. He can barely pull the bowstring with it.
I will. I'll trot up over to him and bring my my halberd down onto his head.
Nice.
Hopefully.
And you do bring it down onto his head. Let's see how much damage that
Only
is.
just. Or
Minimum. Although, how did you kill him? That is enough to get rid of him.
Yeah, I my sort of double axe bladed halberd thingy. I bring it down and it doesn't go through his helmet, but it kind of crumples it in a way that it's clearly like his head is not meant to bend that way.
Oh god.
And he kind of like shrivels down and falls over.
Perfect. So yeah, you are sort of left in this temple, which is eerily kind of, it's just a bit eerie. There's no one in here. People have just been killed outside and stuff. The pews are all sort of equally mangled. What do you?
Most of them are destroyed by now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you?
From being trampled by horse and elk.
What do you do? There's a dozen human bodies that are scattered across the floor. A couple that have been that were in the pews. Some have clearly been mangled upon your movement. There's two statues each side of the altar, like in the alcoves. One depicts Cerebra, and the other depicts a god that maybe you can't recognize, but you can try if you want. Both of them marred and chopped by hobgoblin weapon. Clearly an attempt to deface this statue. The temple.
I'm just going to go around to some of the dead bodies and just give, not all of them, but some of them, just a few spores each.
Cool. Okay.
Can I look around to see if there is anything of like symbolism that the town would want to keep?
I'll look around if there's any symbolism that I might want to keep.
I think it's a fairly bare temple. Anything that does have symbology on it is like heavy stone, so I don't think you do carry it.
You telling me they don't have a donations box?
You can try to search for a donations box if you want.
The Skiffin wouldn't, but
to be fair, there is a big sack of loot that just sits behind the altar that the hobgoblins have picked up as you sort of peer behind it.
Oh, two people rushing over instantly.
Well, it's a dwarf and a rat. What do you expect?
Look.
So, in this sack, there is a wand of magic missile. Force barrage is magic missile, and so it's a wand of force barrage. There's a silver cup. Let me know when you're ready.
Yep, I was just on the toilet.
I'll keep that in.
Make it into the recording, please.
Yeah. A silver cup worth 1.5 gold pieces. There's a hand-sized darkwood carving of a butterfly worth 2 gold pieces. 3 bottles of whiskey worth 2 gold pieces each. There are 10 gold pieces worth of gold dust. There are 27 small semi-precious stones worth 1 silver each. There's a round ivory amulet engraved with Cerebra's holy symbol, which is a great tree. So, like, amulet of Cerebra, that's worth 1 gold piece. As well as that, there is 8 gold pieces in that bag, so each of you get 2 gold pieces.
Thrastus is going to offer a small prayer to try and bless the place and let it survive the attack intact.
Cool. What is everyone else doing whilst Thrastus does this holy prayer?
He's sort of getting down on his his horse legs and kneeling.
Oh no. Are there any devout rodents about?
No, I don't think so. I think probably most things have fled given the marching of boots, hobgoblin boots.
So what else is there? There's a market.
Where you are now, Kargan, there's a man who lies dead on the floor of villager.
Do I know him?
Would you have ever come to the temple here?
Yeah, probably.
You do know him?
Yeah, we said that.
Oh, yeah. He is Nolan. He was an elderly man who was basically the temple's caretaker. And he sort of lays there with a grimaced expression, and he's dead. So, in the town, you've been to the temple, you've been to trading company, you came from the inn. The last place, like the last noble place you can think of to go to is Oreld's fine shop. Oreld being the man who Thrastus you sold the potency thing to, and that is the last place.
Yes, the magic Viagra.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, there is also a shack,
about him?
by the way.
Sorry?
There's a shack that Nolan, you probably know this, Sam. It's only off to the corner. There's a shack where Nolan would basically live. It's his little shack. It's the little building that's right next to it. If you'd like to go and explore there.
Yeah, I'd like to go up.
Okay. It's just a small, humble building.
Okay.
Go on.
Before going in, can I listen to the door?
Yeah.
To make sure I'm not walking into
Give me a secret perception check. You don't seem to hear anyone behind the door. It sounds quite silent in there.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly open the door.
You do see a couple of about 3 or 4 different townsfolk who are silently huddled together here, so the window can't see them. And you would probably recognise Raina, who is this sort of blonde, young-ish woman who was a priestess that worked in the temple and aided, sort of helped Nolan along with his shopping, because he was an old fella. And she sort of sat down there and she says, "Oh, is Nolan okay? Where he left to go and find more to hide in here. I should have went with him, and I didn't. I was too scared."
I take my hood down and I offer my condolences.
She begins to cry, and as the other refugees who were saved by Nolan also begin to sort of shed a tear for him.
I turn to them and I say, "The cry must wait. You must go now to the bridge towards the forest."
Perfect. She nods, and she the other 3 people are probably quite elderly too. It's an old woman and an old man and an old halfling man. And she sort of leads them. She says, "I'll make sure we get there safe." And they leave and run over the fields towards the bridge. In this building itself, there's only a small bed and a small desk and a couple of crates and barrels that would be used to store Nolan's earthly possessions. So yeah, there's not much. There's a cooking pot that's sort of left out.
If I look through the desk, will I find any writings or anything?
Yeah, what are you aiming to find writings about?
Just anything that could mention hobgoblins and the green folk.
Yeah, there's nothing in there that mentions that. There's a couple of letters that he's meant to send to family members who live in distant lands. But there's nothing that mentions hobgoblins or anything like that in here.
Okay.
There is 15 gold pieces worth of silver dust in an envelope that Nolan was saving up for his retirement fund.
Just taking a man's retirement.
Nice.
He's not using it.
Yeah,
that's true. He isn't.
We'll use it well, Nolan.
His poor body sort of laid across the deck. All right, to the Fangwood Trading Company, or are we going straight back, straight to the bridge?
You mean to the?
Sorry, to
goods.
to Orald's Fine Shop. Sorry, I meant
Orald's Fine Goods.
Yeah.
Can I help? Can I help Kargan to sort of replace, because Nolan's body is kind of draped across the front stoop of the temple.
Yeah.
Can Kargan and I lift it and place it on his bed?
Yeah. You can have a hero point. Poor Nolan.
Because now you've characterized him. I can't not feel bad about him. Jesus.
So you put him on his bed, so he looks. You tuck him in. If you didn't know any different,
I'm not going to tuck him in.
If you didn't know any different, it looks like he's sleeping.
No, that's a bit. No, just so it's somewhere dignified, not this the stoop of the temple.
Yeah.
Neither am I going to put him on the floor of his house, but it's like a place where I can put him where he won't. His body will have some respect.
Perfect. So Nolan is, he's in bed. He's in a place that is not the cold outside floor. Okay. So did we want to go to Orald's Fine Shop, or did we want to go straight to the...
I think go to Orald's.
Okay, cool. You dart over to Orald's Fine Shop, and it's you know it as such because it's labelled with a small shingle that hangs out the front. It's one of the few buildings in town made entirely of stone. Mortared white blocks form walls of this odd-shaped cottage. Scorch marks that shift in colour from black to dark blue to glimmering violet mar one wall. The door to the shop stands open and bloody footprints lead inside. There, sort of jammed in the doorway, is Orald, who has suffered a javelin to his chest and clearly died.
It smells so good.
Huh? He smells so... Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, he had an ointment on him.
Yeah.
But the ointment was Viagra.
Viagra smells so good.
It wasn't. Yeah, well, it was magic herbal Viagra, but nonetheless Viagra. Just me trying to appeal
Make a
to
quick
the
buck.
basic. Yeah.
And see.
Can I see actually? Now that we've mentioned it, can I see if there's any more? Like if he's taken all of it, and if so, I'm just gonna like grab the rest of the jar.
He
He
does not have it on his body. He must have deposited somewhere in the shop. Can everyone give me a secret perception check?
Or he just used all of it instantly.
All that, yeah.
He went straight home. At least he died doing what he loved.
Jacking off.
Can I use smell?
Can you use stealth?
Smell.
Smell. Oh yeah, you can use smell this time. Yeah.
Cool.
I'll go. Thrastus and Skilf, when you're about to walk in, when Kargan sort of holds a hand up, because Kargan, you can hear a rustling. Rustle. You can smell greenskin. You can smell goblin, and you can smell hobgoblin that's in there. It's evident that there are things in there rustling about.
Hey, that's my job.